A lot of the criticism is personal. People just don't think you're trustworthy.
Well, I don't think that's true, Barbara. You know, the truth of the matter is that I got reelected in part because people did think I was trustworthy and they knew I was working on their behalf.
From decreasing poll numbers to Obamacare website glitches, the president has had a rough couple of months. And as you just heard, many Americans say he's hard to trust right now. HLN contributor and political science professor Jason Johnson joins me now to speak on this. Great to have you here, Jason. Good to see you. First, I want to get, before we touch on that, I want to get to what the Obama administration has just come out and said. They are claiming that they have met their goal in fixing healthcare.gov. That's a bold statement when all eyes are on this website. If that's not the case, a lot of people are going to jump on this.
Yes, this is almost his mission accomplished moment, like with Bush, except there's not as many lives on the line. Look, the real question will be, is it not so much is it fixed, but is it less of a problem? I don't think you can ever fix a website. I can go on Priceline and still have problems. But if people aren't waiting 2 or 3 hours to get their information, if they're not being bounced out of the website, then the president can say it's a success. You
know, you make the reference a lot more lives were on the line in the Mission Impossible, but this is health care. There are millions of Americans' lives on the line with health care reform. And he says that he's not so concerned that people don't find him trustworthy. He believes that they do.
Right.
So what do you make of that? He doesn't seem to be sort of thrown off by that question by Barbara Walters.
Right, because the president's been reelected, and he doesn't ever have to worry about running for office again. And this is the long game. People say a president's a lame duck. It's not so much they're a lame duck. He's in legacy mode. Obama's perspective is this may look bad now, but if by 2016 millions of Americans are on this program, the website won't be a problem in 3 or 4 years. That's what he's looking towards. And right now, if you look at the state exchanges and you look at a lot of the people who are on advanced Medicaid, it's actually worked out great. So the website's sort of the last part of the puzzle.
You know, he doesn't have to be reelected, but that's the political angle. He's still the leader of all of this country. And there are a lot of people that want to believe that we're going on the right path. So does he need to focus more on those poll numbers and focus more on that concern that Americans have?
Well, yeah, it's never great when people don't trust the president. I mean, he's doing so bad now that more people like Obamacare than like him, and that's pretty bad. But I think, you know, it's not the lowest point, believe it or not, that he can actually get to. I think what Obama wants to think about, and any president wants to think about, lots of people look bad a year or 2 years before an election. I mean, George Bush had his low points. Bill Clinton had some terrible points. Barack Obama was in his 40s a year before he beat Mitt Romney in an election. So I think he's, again, looking at the long game. And if he gets this fixed, people will trust him again.
Well, why do you think people don't trust him? What do you think it is that is affecting him? Is it Obamacare?
I don't think it's just Obamacare. I think what it is the president has always had a major problem of the hopes and dreams that he established in 2008. Lots of people look at him and say, oh, my gosh, I thought he was going to save America, and he hasn't done it. And I think that's why people don't trust him. All
right, Jason Johnson, we will be continuing to talk to you, I have no doubt, as this continues to unfold. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you.
All right, well, coming up, I have the need for speed.